fight, but you never know. BC looking to strike quickly, and Maier's first pass intercepted. Eagles force a lot of turnovers, but they also give the ball away a bunch too. Destiny Harden trying to flip it inside for the masked Lola Pendande, and each team begins with a turnover 16 seconds in.
What is a defense? And then both teams, by the way, super active, got to get in passing lanes and get their tips and deflections.
A little full court pressure from the Canes to get started. BC lost to Clemson on Sunday by 10. Struggled to shoot the ball. But a good start today from the corner. JoJo Lacey knocks it down.
That's going to be a huge key for Boston College, Evan, is just getting the ball moving around a tough Miami defense, whether that be man or zone, finding some nice open shots.
I had a hunch JoJo Lacey is going to have a good game tonight. Her last 8 games, she's alternated between double-digit scoring and single-digit scoring. She's due for a double-figure game tonight. Eagles clear up the glass. Maier to the wing. Todd can't connect. And a battle for the board. Ricocheted out. Who touched it last? It'll be BC ball.
Well, and that's an area of concern for Miami. Boston College averages 15 offensive rebounds a game. That's second in the ACC, 22nd in the country.
Katie Meier, 14 and 11 versus Boston College, now in her 18th year as the head coach at Miami. Taina Maier knocks down another 3.
There you go, Boston College coming out. They've had some time to prepare as well, right? You can see they're moving that ball really confidently around the Miami defense and finding an open shooters.
An Eagles team that averages less than 5 made threes per game. They're on pace for like 60 made threes tonight. I don't think they're going to get there. That would be some sort of a record.
Coach Mack talked about this, right? She wants her players to be confident shooters. If you have a good shot, you've got to take it, right? I mean, you can't let an adverse offense not shooting the ball well take your mind away from the next shot, and you're seeing to come out and feel good.
Joanna Burnham-McNamee at shoot-around today was telling us, I know we're going to play well defensively. We'll play well enough defensively to win with our right energy. It's just whether we can make our shots. And she kind of looked at us and winked and said, we haven't made too many shots in shoot-around today, but maybe we're saving them for tonight. The homecoming game for Andrea Daly. Miami Country Day alum, won a state title a couple years ago.
By the way, I have a 6 p.m. tip-off tonight, too, which is unfortunate because I'm sure they'd love to be here cheering her on.
Still has some friends and family. Oh, nice move up and under. And Miami's on the board, courtesy of Jalea Williams. On the drive, and the foul will send Tiana Todd to the free throw line.
Well, here's Williams using the screen to pump fake, and she's so quick and athletic from her wing. Her wing attack is brilliant, and that's a look that she creates for herself often.
Foul called on Lola Pendande. But Tiana Todd going to the free throw line. The freshman from Amy's neck of the woods, from Vaughan, Ontario.
Yeah. There's some Canucks in the house, you know, on both sides, by the way. Miami's got a couple, too.
Have you been to Vaughan before?
Oh, of course. Listen, it's the GTA. It's all of Toronto. But, I mean, she's also represented the country as well, Todd. This past summer, the FIBA U18 America Championship, she led the tournament in scoring, 15 points per game. So she can get it up, too.
Full court pressure from BC, and Williams dribbles around it. Cavender to the bucket. No. The Eagles have done a great job on the defensive glass so far. BC in front, 8-2. Well, Lacey is open for a moment, feeds the post for Gokdang. Travel called by Pualani Spurlock-Welch, and the Eagles turn it over for the second time.
How about the defense from Spearman inside, using her length and really keeping her feet strong, too. 6'4" freshman. That's some physicality inside.
Roberts is open. She knew she missed it as soon as it left her hand, but Lazaria Spearman tracks down the rebound. Williams does a little pirouette, finds herself open, and Miami's just 1 for 5 in the outset. It's the first game of a doubleheader tonight. Florida State and Notre Dame, 2 top 25 teams coming up from South Bend at 8 o'clock. Lacey rejected at the rim by Roberts. Cavender, cross court for Harden. And Miami stays cold.
Boston College is forcing some tough shots. They're playing really good defense, and Miami's got to find a way to impose what they want to do on the offense, then not settling for shots.
JoJo Lacey for 3 more. Eagles up by 9. 3 of 4 from downtown here in the first 4 minutes. Trying to get the Canes going. Roberts can't connect. It's BC ball. The foul is going on Miami.
Well, here's JoJo Lacey. Now has 39 made threes and leading the team, by the way, in three-point makes. That time she's really wide open. So if you're Miami, you've got to start making some adjustments early, just understanding that, hey, Boston College has not been shooting the ball well, but guess what? They packed the jumper in the bag and tier.
And Lacey is streaky. I mean, multiple threes now in 5 consecutive games, including tonight. Oh, great defense, Jalea Williams. The rejection, the steal, and the miss. Williams stepped out of bounds. Highs and lows are common in basketball.
It's a killer, but what you have to appreciate from Miami is they're digging deep on the defensive end when the offense is not going well. It's a miss bunny, and you get frustrated about those. You got to get on to the next play, and here they are with the full court press. Evan, they're not going to go away with this until they can get some points and really start feeling good on the offensive end.
Hannah Cavender is into the game. The 2 twins enter the night with nearly 3,400 points combined in their collegiate careers, from Fresno State to Miami. And JoJo Lacey is having herself a quarter. She's got 9 points already. We haven't played 5 minutes.
And I gotta say, this one a little bit more contested too. So Miami making the adjustment, Cavender with the closeout, but Lacey feeling nice early from long range.
Timeout Miami, BC by 12.
Wawa is bringing brisket.
We remember your name. Hush, it's your name. That's Simple Humans. Auto owners makes sense for you.
What's up, Einstein?
My network.
To Verizon and get a new iPhone 14.
Yep, right now get iPhone 14 Pro, a value of up to $1,200. Verizon.
At 6 o'clock, Boston College 4 of 5 from 3 in the opening minutes. Let's take a look at our Ford keys to the game with Amy.
Yeah, the first one, Boston College, intentional attacks, getting into the second layer of the defense, which is going to create some open shots. We're seeing that and underneath Miami. Crispy offense. Boston College has forced 20-plus turnovers in 14 of their 22 games this season. And while they only have 20 right now, they've rushed into some shots, too. Those are like turnovers. But here's JoJo Lacey. I mean, again, we are a couple minutes into this game, and we got lots of nice stuff to show on her. She's had a 9.5 point per game increase since last season. That's the second highest in the ACC. A junior feeling good and comfortable. And also, you mentioned the absence of Boston College leading scorer in Wagner, and so somebody else has to step up. I think it's by committee. You need everyone else to do a little bit more, but listen, keep giving her the ball until she cools off a little bit.
It's the 6th time this season that she's made at least 3 threes in a game, and of course we haven't played half a quarter yet. She's made 5 threes in a game twice this year. 14-2 Boston College. Kyla Oldacre, the 6'6" freshman from Ohio, right off the bench goes to work.
Yeah, and how about that, by the way? Tough physical finish inside, and you love that she checks into the game and her teammates give her the ball and trust her. Look, from the high post, muscle. And again, going back to what Coach Meyer said, they worked on physicality for an entire week. I think she probably did that quite a few times, maybe with some football pads or something. That was a nice finish.
Foul was on Kalia Williams in the backcourt, her first. And they're going to say this was last touched by BC out of bounds. We should mention, it's obviously early. BC has not won here at the Watsco Center since February of 2009. It has been a minute. Nice feed. Destiny Harden lays it in off the good dish from Oldacre.
And that's one thing Boston College is very aware of, is the way that the Miami bigs, the 4s and 5s, steal and pin inside. Destiny Harden, a little masterclass on that possession.
Too strong off the glass. Rebound comes right back to McGee, and the Eagles lay it in. By the way, that's the last bucket for Miami. Kyla Oldacre, it's her 2nd assist of the season.
Well, look at this nice high-low action, and wow, patience from the high post, but it's the seal. And the thing with Destiny Harden is she's undersized for her position typically in the ACC. Now, Boston College doesn't have a whole ton of size, or at least they don't play both of their bigs together a lot. And so you see her get that inside pin. So that is a great pass and a tough finish. And, you know, when you don't get out to the start you want, Evan, just calm down and find some high percentage looks, and Miami doing a nice job.
Destiny Harden caught in a good spot. The foul is on Van Timmeren. So Destiny will shoot a pair. Several times Katie Meyer has called Destiny Harden the heart and soul of this team. Battled through injuries. Obviously made a historic, unforgettable shot in the ACC tournament last year.
I think it was a stretch. I mean,
it was.
The Louisville, and to your point, I think the whole country saw that she was the heart and soul of this team. I remember watching that game, I think from a hotel room in Philadelphia, and just so proud. But this season, right, more responsibility. You graduate that class, and you got to find ways to impact the game, not just scoring, but...
Are you someone that yells at the TV when you're watching a game?
No.
There's Harden with a steal and nearly an offensive foul, but she'll get back to the line again. Destiny Harden putting her fingerprints all over this quarter.
Yeah, and here's the full court trap. And Boston College did exactly what you don't want to. That's to the side, right into the trap. She's tough. I mean, she's so strong. She's got an explosive ability, and kind of just took some cookies and got to the rim. But no, Evan, I'm a quiet watcher, which is...
Even when a shot like that goes in?
Yeah, like I just have a big smile, or one of those. Destiny Harden, 12 of the 17 games played for Miami this season in double-digit scoring, and we've been talking about this all day. It's kind of one of the things for Miami is at 13 points on the season outside of ACC play. That's the leading scorer. So it's hard to win games, right? But it's the balance. You never know exactly who's going to have that scoring output for Miami, but someone's got to do it.
Well, between Oldacre and Harden, Miami's gotten right back into this thing, but Gakdeng, they thought she traveled, but the official signaled she was bobbling the ball, hadn't maintained possession yet. Harden feeling it. Rebound tipped around, and it's out of bounds to BC.
Boston College is so prepared. Look at the way that they, listen, it felt a little helter-skelter, but how about that? Yeah, well, I think maybe she got it off. That back pivot foot looked like it dragged a little bit, but it's because the defense was so, I'm not going to say junky in a bad way, but it got them on their heels a little. But you credit Boston College because they figured out a way to get right to the rim.
Flipping it up high. JoJo Lacey was calling for it. Ahead for Gakdeng. Joanna Burnaby-McNamee brought in Maria Gakdeng and talked about how great hands she had even as a freshman.
And it all started because Lacey got the burn. That was a lob pass, and the defense was out of position, and she did a great job making that pass. There's Lacey, and right the perfect timing. Okay, that window doesn't stay open for too long because you got defense running back in transition. But to your point, way to corral the ball and finish.
Todd rampaging up the floor, back to the freshman point guard Mayer. Inside Gakdeng. Tiana Todd. Gakdeng went down, still down. Dwyer the other way, banks it in. Good news for BC though is Gakdeng is back up and looks like she's good to keep going. There's quite a frenetic pace to these first 7 minutes. And Gakdeng scores again inside.
Gakdeng was like, I got knocked down. I'm going to hang out and post up real hard, and I got a lot of energy on this possession. What a finish, and she took her behind the basket, too.
Double dribble called on Haley Cavender.
Well, this was a little scary for Gakdeng. I took a second and said, oh, I hope she's okay. She went down and kind of grabbed her knee.
Awkward fall.
Yeah, it was awkward. But look at, she got up and found her sweet spot, which was the low block, little chicken wing. Listen, that paint, you better get bumped in there.
She's slippery. She's hard to guard. Andrea Daly's first shot, no good. Here's Haley Cavender the other way. Destiny Harden, like a bulldozer to the bucket. And back to the free throw line she'll go. She's already 4 for 4 from the stripe in the first quarter.
I love it. The question for Miami, right, who's going to really step up and take control of this game? And right now it is Destiny Harden. Not shooting the ball well as a collective unit in Miami, so guess what? Give her the ball, and she's going to take some free throws tonight. That's what it takes, but it's a great way to just get everybody to calm down. Collect some points, some relief points from the free throw line.
And to her point, Harden just 2 for 20 from 3 over her last 5 games, but becoming aggressive, attacking the hoop, getting to the line. Even with that miss, she's at 80%, 4 of 5. In and out. Gonna stay with Miami. Daly touched it last. Dwyer off the dribble. Beautiful move.
Quick. I mean, that is the epitome right there with the quick cross and then got to the lane. The help side was late. She just went through 3 defenders.
Destiny Harden called for the hand check foul to the dismay of Katie Meyer.
Watch that. Quick cross and then gets that ball, gathers right at a little dig down from the wing, but strong finish inside. Another player who's represented Team Canada this past summer in the Global Jam tournament up in Toronto.
2 minutes to play in the quarter. Harden just checked out after picking up her first foul. Roberts back in to get her. Dwyer, the quick hands defensively, smacked it away from Mayer.
Well, Katie Meyer's played a 10-player rotation for many games this season, and so you get your opportunity out there, Evan. You look at Lachey Dwyer and what she's been doing, right? Just on both sides of the ball, making impacts.
And a quick whistle on the inbounds pass going on Pendande, battling for position with Gakdeng. And that's number 2 on Lola. Lazaria Spearman back in. Katie Meyer frustrated by the whistle.
Yeah, well, I get it, right? Because, first of all, Lola's a huge part to what they're doing. That's a tough break in terms of foul trouble. But also, you talk about the physicality of this game, and in particular this one. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it around the rim in the paint, so that's a big loss for Miami. Only the first quarter.
Gokding's got 8. The lead back up to 10. BC, by the way, has 8 assists on its 8 field goals. Pass through the legs of Spearman. Finds Cavender. Carla Eryavets. Rebounded by Drea Daly. JoJo Lacey running the baseline. Oh, beautiful offense, and Gokding missed the layup. Officials looking at each other. I think it's going to be Miami ball. I mean, everything but the bucket here. What a sequence.
Yeah, great hustle again. Gokding trying to, hey, good on you, Dwar, to get under there. I thought that was off Miami. But what I'll say, and now Gokding's going to come out of the game, but if you're a Boston College, we're going to get another look. It did look from our angle like that was clearly
They
off.
called a foul on Gokding, and that's her first. Wasn't the most authoritative signal from the officials, but I think they got it right. Spearman, jumper, no. Rebound, pinballs around, and finds an eagle. Looks like the Eagles have gotten the bounces here in this first quarter. And a reach-in foul called on Dwyer from behind on Mayer. First on Dwyer. That's the 5th on Miami. So a couple free throws here for Taina Mayer.
Well, and that's something that Boston College was also chat about a little bit. When you look at Miami's 7 losses on the season, 4 or 5 of those losses, they have sent the opponents to the free throw line 25 plus times. That's a lot of free throws to give up in a game, and they've come out and completely just gotten attacked, gotten to the lane, and really shooting free throws because of it.
There's just something that's been a little out of sorts for Miami here at the offensive end. Frankly, I think BC's defense deserves a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, exactly. That was it. But the thing that's out of sorts is a high-pressure defense, but how about Carla?
Eryavets' minutes have gone down, but the senior captain contributes a bucket there. Daly pulls it back out to Mayer. Got a 6-second difference. Game and shot clock. Daly comes up short. Dwyer throws Daly away. Dwyer, for a moment, didn't look like she was too interested in the last shot, but now she'll slow it up.
Do you want to come back on the court?
Spearman beats the buzzer. And Miami is back within 8 as we get the end of quarter break. Has 5 rebounds and an assist. But it's not a 10-minute game, it's a 40-minute game. Destiny Harden was tripped by Lacey. .26 points in the first quarter, the most that the Eagles have had in any quarter all season.
Oh, they moved that ball
keep the
around.
pace.
Yeah, I mean, the key was the 8 assists on the 8 field goals made. I mean, they got that ball moving around and they sucked the defense in, able to find some clean shots, but really knocking them down too, because this Boston College team, their offense, they've had good shots, they just haven't made them. And so tonight they came out, but I also have to make the point of what Miami just did. Opening up the quarter, giving it right to Harden and letting her go to work. That's going to be maybe some of their kind of, in terms of just getting your game back, get it to your senior leaders or your leadership, I'll say.
That's the type of careless turnover in the backcourt induced by the Miami pressure that the Eagles simply cannot afford. In a 4-game losing streak currently, they're averaging 21.5 turnovers per game. Now, they're a team that turns the ball over, but the turnovers are up. They average 17 turns a game in the previous 10, in which they went 8-2 and beat NC State and Florida State. There Yvette's nice pass. Spearman has another chance, can't convert, and Lacey skies for the rebound. No surprise, Taina Mayer remains on the floor. Averages nearly 38 minutes a game. Gakdang was fouled. It's on Williams, it's her second.
Yeah, look at the hard screen up top, and you heard the crowd. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, that's on your teammate to call that one out, right? I mean, Dwyer was blind and ran right into a much bigger body.
The type of screen that Katie Myers sent Amy Oliver to set back in 2006.
The only thing I wanted to do was do that right on this court. But I got to tell you, the entire possession, I'm watching Mare out there, and high pressure. She's got Lachey Dwyer right under her the entire time, and her demeanor doesn't change, and she runs the offense, and they're shooting free throws, and she's a freshman. It's incredible. Over 150 assists coming into this game.
Gakdang's into double figures already. 15th game in double figures this year, but she hasn't scored a whole bunch lately. Single digits 4 of the previous 5 before tonight. That ball tipped and then stolen. Mayer the theft, and she loves assists, but she'll take the 2.
Yeah, you have to take that. But you were talking about defensive teamwork. Daly stepped up with the pressure. Cavender had no idea that Mayer was right behind her.
I'm not sure that this BC surge at the start of this game is, a figment of our imaginations, or even an outlier at this point. They are taking it to Miami. Nearly another steal, poking it away from behind, and Lacey goes down and rips it away. Mayer throws it ahead, deflected by Dwyer. It'll be BC ball.
Well, it's not a coincidence. Boston College is a good team, and they're capable of beating good teams. They're young, and they're executing. Right, look at that teamwork. That's just on the same string, defensive players. And look at this. Look at how many Boston College jerseys on paint attacks are present. Everyone's locked into the ball and then pushing to get up the other way. So you're seeing 5 women on a string out there right now.
Offensive foul on Gakdang, and that's her second. And we will mark this moment with 8:06 to go in the quarter. Of course, no Dontavia Wagner tonight, the team's leading scorer, rebounder, and she leads the ACC in steals. Dealing with an ankle injury, and she is forced to be a spectator this evening.
Well, sometimes when your leading scorer especially is out, I think that forces the teammate to get that ball moving. And sometimes when you have a player that's leading you so much, you can give her the ball and watch her. Just sit there and watch. And you're seeing a lot of movement from Boston College as well.
Yvette kicks it. Dwyer missed from the corner. Lacey tracks down her 6th rebound. Miami as a team has 7 rebounds. Eagles still shooting 60% from the floor. Andrea Daly in and out. Harden sets up Haley Cavender. Rebounded by Harden. And she will get her 9th and 10th free throw attempts of the half right here.
That is, she's keeping her team in this fight with a lot of hustle around the board. But I got to say, I understand the frustration from Boston College on that foul. I thought Daly was, she was up, but she was vertical.
Daly second, so that's 2 Eagle starters on the bench with 2 fouls.
Well, if you're Miami and you know that, this is an opportunity. See if you can run it into the ground. Miami plays a bigger rotation. They like to use a lot of bodies. So if you're out there, knowing that Boston College has some key players out, foul trouble, run. Sometimes volume shots means you're going to score some points, right? You might not make them all, but if you get a lot more, you got an opportunity.
Most free throws Harden's ever attempted in a game was 11 back on November 10th this year against the Stetson Hatters. Here's her 10th free throw of the night with 7:13 to go in the quarter. She's 7 for 10. 9 points, 1 rebound for Destiny. Ava McGee going to see some more minutes tonight. Bailey on the bench with a couple fouls. No good for Todd. Dwyer looking to run. Dwyer, a blur to the bucket, and more free throws for Miami. Dwyer will be the first Hurricane, aside from Harden, to get to the free throw line. As Kaina Mayer picks up her first foul.
Dwyer using her speed to get right to the rim and right to the paint in transition. She had a shooter open, but I don't think you mind the decision. Just get tough and get to the rim. When you talk about speed kills, I mean, Lista is 5'6", and that's generous. She is not big at all, but she is quick and explosive.
Speaking of, JoJo Lacey beats everyone down the floor off the missed free throw. 11 points for Lacey. Told you she was bound for double digits tonight. 13th game with at least 10 this season. Game number 23 for BC. Runner won't go for Cavender, but back up and in for Spearman. Lazaria Spearman has made an impact off the bench in this first half.
Well, Boston College is doing a nice job responding, and they're running, getting up the court. They're picking up some buckets that way. But how about the toughness on the offensive glass? Check out Spearman, and she doesn't even come down, right? Gets her hands on the ball, stays up with it. That's why she's able to finish that. Such a quick release.
Katie Meyer said that Spearman would have played more at NC State, but Lola was just playing so well, it was tough to take her off the floor. She made a point to go into Lazaria after the game and said, look, this was nothing about you. You're playing great. Keep doing what you're doing. I know you're probably not pleased with 8 minutes, but Lola had 21 points, 8 rebounds against the Wolfpack.
And that's tough to do sometimes, right? You just want to get out in there and play, but look at tonight. I mean, her team is relying on her heavily, and she's coming through. Let her have some more minutes, Evan.
And Donde picked up the 2 quick fouls, and Spearman's getting more minutes in the first half tonight than she had all game last week against the Wolfpack. Another steal for Dwyer. Throws it ahead to who? No one took charge. It ricochets to Haley Cavender. And then inside, Destiny Harden for 2 more.
All right, Miami getting some life, but they're earning it on the defensive end. And right in front of their home bench, I got to say, right, their teammates are engaged out there.
Ado. 10 to shoot. Mayer won't go. Ariavets. Chase from behind. Ariavets. All the way. Mayer, quick shot, quick answer.
Wow, and I mean, we said it so many times, calm, cool, collected out there. Lachey Dwyer has been playing some ridiculously high-pressure defense on Mayer. That time, she got lost, and she got to a sweet spot elbow, 2 feet down, and hit that like nothing.
We're midway through the second quarter, and BC already has 3 different players scoring in double figures. Spearman, meanwhile, is on her way, and she gets the foul going against Carmen. Miami in transition has made some offense happen. Grad student from Croatia, Karla Ariavets, her second bucket.
When it comes to NBA basketball, the
Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. By CPI Security. CPI Home Security that protects what matters most. And by Coyote Tractor. We dig dirt. Eagles have led by double digits, but Miami has fought their way back. It's a 5-point game with 4:44 left here in this first half. The Hurricanes taking advantage of Maria Gakdang's presence, not on the floor, but on the bench.
Yeah,
she picked up her second foul.
Right, and you like that they're getting right into the paint. Listen, Gakdang's a great shot blocker. Miami, no problem going right to the rim. And you give credit, by the way, to Lazara Spearman, who's coming in replace, and then she's being a really solid inside presence and she can run. Like, she can play the run game. She can get up and down quickly as well.
10-4 for Miami since the 8:06 mark when Gakdang picked up her second personal foul.
She's already, by the way, top 4. She's number 4 right now at Boston College in all-time blocks. So when we talk about rim protection, it's not just
sophomore.
A presence. That's it, right? She's got 107 right now. Carolyn Swords just had her jersey hung and celebrated
cool.
last weekend. She's got 178. So to your point, Maria Gakdang's on pace to possibly be the all-time leading shot blocker at Boston College. When she's not in the game, it's a huge difference on the defensive end for the Eagles.
Spearman sinks the pair at the line. 3-point game. And a chance to get closer. Dwyer, the steal. And the miss. A bunch of shots that have wrapped around the rim and gone out. At that end of the floor in particular. What happened to the friendly home rims that you were telling me about?
Well, they're probably sick of them. You know, they've been playing on them for a week. You can get that week off of practice.
Daly steps into it and knocks down the triple.
You got the home crowd section behind the bench for her, too.
She got some literal home cooking last night. Got to go to Mom's house. She made her some mac and cheese. Harden getting into the teeth of the Eagles defense. And then Hannah making Haley Cavender was in the lane, but the foul is called on one of her teammates. They got Spearman with her second. So Pendande has 2, Spearman has 2. Kyla, you're up next. The 6'6" freshman Oldacre is back in. Mayer just lost it.
Coach Mack telling the official, I go back to Lachey Dwyer. He was full court, pressuring her, trying to get in those shorts and just not giving her much. But you love Mayer's demeanor. She's like letting coach take care of it.
Yeah. I think Lachey Dwyer's presence and her energy has really impacted this game.
And a lot of it, Evan's not showing up on the box score.
Right.
I mean, she's just gotten underneath their primary facilitator for the Eagles.
Erjavetsky's good move off the dribble, but then threw it away. And BC will take a timeout against this full court pressure as they struggle to get it in.
Well, they didn't want to pass the ball to Mayer because Lachey Dwyer was right behind her. And that's a lot to ask for your point guard to get baseline all the way to half court and then facilitate an offense. It's the game ball so far for Miami. It's Dwyer up there.
I'll remind you, coming up next, 2 ranked teams take the floor at Purcell Pavilion. Florida State into the top 25 for the first time all season. And 7th ranked Notre Dame. Coverage begins at 8 o'clock with Tom Wormy and Fallon Stokes. No shortage of storylines. Olivia Miles and Tanaya Latson going head-to-head for the first time. Arguably the top 2 candidates for Player of the Year as we sit here in late January. Really looking forward to that game after us. Eagles 50% from 2. Even better than that from 3. 5 for 7 correlates to 71.4%. Clock winding down here. Daly to Van Timmeren. Nope. Dwyer the rebound, looking to push. Neither Cavinder sister has scored yet. The streak that continues after that miss. Lacey pulls down her 7th rebound. Nice pass. Better defense. Oldacre turns Daly away. And ahead, Harden lays it in.
Miami has willed their way back into this game on the defensive end.
Harden went for the steal, didn't get it. BC has numbers. Harden, good job hustling back to recover. The Eagles have led by as many as 12, but Miami has closed the gap. Dwyer. Another close miss. Mayer, nice pass. Todd lays it in.
Boston College, if they can get through the guard full court pressure, they feel like they probably have an advantage. They've got some mobile bigs, and they're really doing a nice job of making those nice passes off the deck, especially that time.
One end, it looked like Dwyer's about to make it a 2-point game. Instead, 6-point game after the Todd bucket, but Dwyer catches the air ball and flips it home. Todd just lost it. Turnover number 13 for BC.
The Eagles are flying in transition, and that's the problem. When Lachey Dwyer can get up and pressure, they don't have that type of vision in the open court. That time, Mayer was open, but how about all 5'6" gets inside for the second chance opportunity. It's finished. Too little hook.
Dwyer's got 7 off the bench. Mayer's got 5 assists in the first half to go along with her 11 points. Jasmine Roberts takes it and scores. First 2 of the night for Jazz. As close as Miami has been since falling behind 14-2. Todd. No! Van Timmeren back up and in.
As much as we've been talking about the guard play, there's been a lot of nice inside looks as of late, right into the paint.
Van Timmeren, the 6th different Eagle to score. 7 different Hurricanes have scored in the first half. And no one named Cavinder has scored yet. Hannah missed the 3.
Well, even that shot, though, I mean, you saw the effort from JoJo Lacey to use her length and contest.
This Mayer versus Dwyer matchup is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, to me, it's a game within the game right now.
10 seconds in the half. Dwyer pestering Mayer. Beautiful pass over the top. Van Timmeren stuffed. Great outlet, Oldacre. Hannah Cavinder can't get it off. Both coaches frustrated with their respective calls at each end of the floor. But everybody take a deep breath.
I was going to say, it's time to take a break. I thought there was a lot of contact.
Early. Second half is underway. Dokdeng and Daly both back in the game with 2 fouls, as is Lola Pendande, who picked up her 2nd foul after playing just 3 minutes in the first quarter. And BC's Drea Daly knocks down the fadeaway for her 2nd bucket of the night.
And that's not easy with Destiny Harden right in your space.
Daly with 5 in her homecoming game. Grew up about 20 minutes from the Wasco Center. Pendande on the offensive glass. Couldn't convert, but it will stay with Miami.
Don't forget, Evan, go back to that first half. All 13 of Miami's field goals were in the paint. They haven't hit a 3 yet. They're 0 for 5 from long range.
That's astonishing. I feel like they're too good of a shooting team to be held that quiet for this long. Destiny Harden getting back to the free throw line. shot wouldn't go, but here come her 11th and then career best 12th free throw attempts of the night.
7 of her 13 in the first half from the free throw line. Sometimes you just got to put your hard hat on and get it done the hard way.
Katie Meyer was yelling at her team at the end of shoot-around today. Be ready to shoot free throws. Yeah. They're going to foul you.
Yeah. Well, that being said, Boston College has played some pretty high-level defense, especially I'll go back to that first quarter, Evan. I mean, they were smothering.
Good rebound by Daly. Harden knew she missed it. She was attacking the board as well. This battle between Doktang and Pendande that we were so looking forward to, we haven't gotten to see all that much. Haley Cavender the rebound. Ahead to Jazz Roberts. Short. Rebound fortuitously finds Jalea Williams, who puts it in.
Good things happen when you run to the rim in transition. And probably Coach Meyer, knowing her, she got a little fired up at halftime, and her team responded just getting up and down the court.
Doktang on the roll. Lost it. Harden on the floor. And then rolls it ahead with tremendous vision from her backside. Williams steps into the elbow J. Rebound Daly. It was fun chatting with Andrea Daly today. A bundle of energy. She initially committed to George Washington, then their coach was let go. Before her freshman season, BC found her. Thought she could be Taylor Soule 2.0. And they think she can develop into being a big-time player. Here is Daly. Oh, big contact, no whistle.
Taylor Soule 2.0, that's exactly what she did. To the rim strong.
Harden again will get to the line.
And this is where Boston College has to keep composure in terms of you attack the rim hard and you don't get the whistle. Then on the other end, Destiny Harden's going to the free throw line, and so you've just got to take a deep breath and kind of recalibrate a little bit. And that you cannot stop attacking if you're Boston College because of it.
Bailey just picked up her third foul. By the way, just rolled by on the belly bar down there. Pittsburgh leading North Carolina right now in the third quarter.
We just talked about it at halftime, right? You got to show up and play the game. This is kind of the way the season's gone in terms of competitiveness, parity, what's going on with that tournament. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Not quite February, but that ACC tournament this season is going to be something else.
Tar Heels, the longest current winning streak in the league. They won 5 in a row. Miami had won 5 in a row before their last game. A 10-point loss at NC State. Doktang, tough catch. No whistle on Pendande, but it's Van Timmeren finding the trash and laying it in. Would you agree that Pendande has been fortunate to not pick up her third foul in the last couple possessions?
Yeah, and I can't believe that Boston College got that pass in to Doktang. Of course, they're going for the difficult ones underneath. Wow.
Doktang with a clean block. It'll stay Miami ball.
We're getting the show we wanted, Evan.
Yeah, we are.
Last couple of possessions. Look at that pass. I mean, you want to talk about it's got to be right in the perfect spot. How about the follow from Van Timmeren? Getting all the way to the rim, and as that passer from the high post, you have that vision and angle where to crash.
First 2 of the night for Haley Cavender.
All right, sometimes you got to get the first one, right? Just shake it off.
Deanna Todd, count the basket and the foul. Haley Cavender picks up her first personal, and Tiana Todd, the freshman from Ontario, with a strong take.
Look how tough Todd gets to the rim. Defense riding her, and the effort there is to rotate, but not quite on time. Boston College is doing a great job of responding. Every time Miami's kind of chipped away at this game, they seem to find the rim, and quickly too, right? This doesn't look like a team that's really young, no seniors, one of 2 teams in the entire country. They're poised right now. They keep responding.
It's a great point. Something I thought when I first watched them this year, back in November. They play with a composure that belies their years and experience. Pendande missed it. Harden soaring and scoring.
Well, that was pretty. Everyone else boxed out. I'm coming in for the board.
Destiny Harden has 18 points. Mayer to Gokdeng. 6th assist of the night for Taina Mayer. Every time Miami's on the brink of taking the lead, BC stretches it back to 2 possessions. Haley Cavender connects from the corner.
She got right to the spot with her target hands up. You had a feeling that that was a confident shot.
1-point game, Cavender the steal. Miami looking for its first lead of the night, and they got it.
There she is. We got to say, it's not that anything's been too wide open for her, but she's just willing her way into positions.
7 quick points for Cavender in the last minute plus. Cavender falls down. Lacey flips it. Pendande tipped it. Who touched it last? It was Miami that touched it last.
Well, that was a little bit of a missed opportunity for Boston College, right? You had a player down, and they went for, I understand them trying to go inside, but there was 2 bodies around Gokdeng.
Dwyer back in. Roberts gets a rest. Also Spearman back in for Pendande. And they called Spearman for the reaching foul on the entry pass. That's her 3rd personal.
It's a great duck in. And a nice high-low again from Van Timmerman and Gokdeng. Timing on that cut duck in and got the half step on Spearman.
I love how BC never forgets about Gokdeng. Like, across college basketball, men's and women's, you see post players that are often forgotten. But Gokdeng just works so hard perpetually down there. Van Timmerman turns it over on the perimeter. Jalea Williams showing off the speed, but missed the layup. Mayer the other way, looking to push. Van Timmerman will shoot free throws. I love what Joanna Burnaby-McNamee said earlier today about Taina Mayer, whose mentality always is to push, but considering the depth issues that BC's had, like if you're feeling a little tired, maybe slow it up a little bit and let everyone else get a little bit of a rest, but no fatigue here.
Well, she's averaging over 38 minutes per game. She leads the conference in playing time. So managing your minutes, again, a freshman, right? Sometimes that takes experience to understand when you get your breathers and when you don't. But you see why she kind of has to stay on the court. I mean, she really does facilitate and run so much. I'm such a fan just watching her because you never feel stressed out watching her. She just has such a great aura to her. And as your point guard, I mean, if there's any position where you need that, it's right there.
And a smart substitution. It's the first time that Mayer has left the court all game long. And the first whistle under 5 minutes, we're going to get an official's timeout. So buying Mayer a little bit extra rest. Cavender finds herself open. She's got 10 points in the blink of an eye. Ten of Miami's last 12. This 2-point advantage doubles as the largest lead of the night for the Hurricanes. Gokdeng versus Oldacre. They call an offensive foul. Oldacre takes the hit, and Gokdeng picks up her 3rd.
Haley Cavender, 10 points. We're about not even 6 minutes in to the second half, but here it comes. Watch this little screen, wide open, late recovery, automatic.
You're right, Amy. It was a layup that got her going. Hurricanes with a lead.
What's happening in the new NBA app? What isn't happening? Watch this. because this is can't stop, won't stop. Oh, stop it. Being up to
Ball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. Get access to the care you need with coverage in all 100 counties. Miami Hurricanes are 4 for their last 5. They have a 2-point lead. And Haley Cavender has come alive after a tough first half.
Well, when you look at the first half, bodies flying at her. Look how many jerseys, constantly loaded up, physical. I mean, not too much. Even that, someone flying out and recovering on her. So Boston College was really loaded up. Well, in the second half, by the way, 4 for 4 from the field. See that? A little less active, late recoveries. She's getting open looks. And you credit Miami as well for getting her a bit more open. I thought that the layup was the toughest shot that she finished. And that's the one that really opened it up. But she's 4 for 8 now from the field this game.
2 2s and 2 3s for Haley Cavender here in the quarter. She is a minute older than her younger sister.
I wonder how many times that's been used over the years.
Mountain West Conference Player of the Year a season ago for Fresno State.
Well, she was the Rookie of the Year her first year as well. So
yeah.
She's just left a lot of impact there.
There's the little sis, 1 minute younger.
I can't believe I didn't do that. Family, friends watching, that was Evan, not Amy.
They turned 22 earlier this month, just a couple weeks ago on January 13th. Katie Meyer said, quote, "They're little assassins."
Yeah.
They're small, but they are feisty, very competitive. Strong move inside will get more free throws for Miami, as the freshman Oldacre will shoot 2.
We talk about young players in the conference. This is a 6'6" freshman, 2022 McDonald's All-American, and she's getting opportunities, right? First year in college, and what you love about her, Evan, is she gets her back to the basket, inside the paint, and then there's that whole be quick, don't hurry kind of thing. She always really takes her time and gets some good shots because of it.
Speaking of birthdays, Kyla just turned 19 yesterday. So belated happy birthday to Kyla. Also, Lazaria Spearman turned 19 yesterday. So it's been a big birthday week for Miami basketball.
Isn't that not on the whiteboard in the locker room? Like the biggest reason is everyone's birthday. You don't want to ruin birthday week, right? They had a whole week of practice off a loss, too. It's like
Daly back in the game playing with 3 fouls. Gokdeng remains on the bench with 3 fouls. Taina Mayer turns it over. Aaliyah Williams to Destiny Harden, lost it. Mayer all by herself, but she's caught up to by Williams. Mayer finds some space, in and out. Oldacre, the rebound, ahead to Dwyer. Dwyer, fouled by Lacey. We can just turn the shot clock off. It's not a factor right now, folks.
It really hasn't felt like that for most of the game anyways. Destiny Harden taking one right in the face. And you're seeing it around the rim, but I'll go back to it. Katie Meyer this morning said physicality and focus. That's been the entire week. And so Destiny Harden going to go to the bench, and she's actually going to go in the back.
Yeah, Harden's headed to the locker room after that shot to the face. Hopefully she'll be back out soon.
If you're Miami, not if you're Boston.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think Coach Mack wants to win the game because Destiny Harden's in the locker room.
No, absolutely not. But I mean, when you look at what she's been able to do,
Been a
10 of
difference
14,
maker.
10 of 14 from the free throw line.
Well, BC's had an excellent night from the line, too. The Eagles are a perfect 11 for 11. However, Miami 17 for 23. More than twice as many attempts. And a foul in the backcourt goes on Roberts.
Kind of one of those fouls when you play full court pressure so much, you're gonna get them sometimes, right? You just gotta, all right, inbound and get back to it, and don't let that take away from your intensity and pressure.
Mayer looking for her shot, comes up short. Long rebound. Ariavets has it, and it becomes a Carla Ariavets fast break. Wow. Carla's got 6, and the Miami lead is 7.
This is a big possession for Boston College. Miami's jumped ahead 7 points. What can they get out of it? What shot can they get? That's a nice one right there. That's an attack to the rim. That kind of calms things down a little for the Eagles. Here's the transition look. Watch Dwyer, by the way. She actually blocked off. She cleared a little bit of a lane in the open court. I'm just saying.
Moving screen almost.
You run through with your hands up, and actually what I caught in live action was a little smile at the bench.
She looked like a special teams escort on a punt return. Just holding out the arms. No one's going to catch up.
Bailey missing the first free throw, and Boston College, percentage-wise, only shoots just under 67% from the free throw line. So we want to keep that up.
The first miss at the free throw line all night. Eagles now 12 of 13. 6-point game. Hannah Cavender over to Ariavets. Clock winding down. And the rebound finds BC's Mayer. Double team in the backcourt ahead. Eagles have numbers if they hurry. Todd knocks down the 3. What a shot.
Great shot, but did you see how quick Mayer got that ball out of the double team? And that's where that three-point, that wide-open three-point look was created. And their point guard just handling pressure.
Poised beyond her years. Oldacre scores.
Yeah, there it is, one-on-one. Destiny Harden making her way back to the bench, too, so that's a good sign for Miami.
Good ball. Belongs to Miami. Tar Heels Panthers 44 all as they head to the 4th at the Peterson Event Center. We got a 5-point game here at the Watsco Center. Miami leading BC. Eagles led by 4 at halftime. Oh, nice shot by Jazz Roberts.
Got to the high post, wide open against that zone. Cavender picking it off.
Hannah the steal. Ariavets for 3. Got it! Timeout, Boston College.
The Miami's come out in this third quarter so much more composed. making the right reads on offense, and then a little bit more effort on defense, which is creating looks. And that's how you get your teammates fired up, right? That little pick off of an inbounds. You make the bucket and then hit a three. That's a nice 5 points for Miami.
Largest lead of the night for the Hurricanes. Area vets, 9 points in the game, and the Miami bench is loving it.
It's bow time.
Did you know the human heart beats over 100,000 times a day?
Up here in the second half.
Yeah, Boston College with a 15 points only. Because the intensity, you're seeing a lot of those Hurricanes smothering the ball and then going and getting out the other way. That's the key. I mean, this is the ACC. You got to be able to play on both sides of the ball with that type of intensity.
Well, the game has flipped, Amy.
We'll look outside that first 26-point quarter for Boston College. It's been 15 apiece so far. Seven to 1. Boston College turnovers, and go back to Miami's defense. They've certainly tightened up and made things a lot more difficult. And you wonder, with Mare having to play so many minutes, does she get worn down with Wagner not available? Remember, this is a player who leads her team in points, in rebounds, and steals.
Yeah.
Highly impactful on both sides of the ball, not available. And there she is there.
Full court pressure. Todd gets it across midcourt. Under a minute here in the third. If we don't get a jump ball, Eagles will start the fourth quarter with the basketball. Bailey steps through, too high off the glass. Rebound Oldacre. Anna remains on the floor. Her sister Haley remains on the bench. Haley's got 10 points in the quarter. Anna still has not scored tonight. Offensive foul called on Lachey Dwyer. Her second personal.
Well, that's a tough charge to take too, right? Dwyer's so quick, but Todd jumps in the lane from the wing. See that ball get moving around a little bit against the zone.
Mare goes down, lost her footing, no whistle. Numbers for the Canes. Area Vets takes it, makes it. Carla Ariavets hadn't scored since January the 12th. She's got 11 points, tying her season high. And the Miami Hurricanes used their highest scoring quarter of the season to completely boomerang this game in their favor. Notre Dame, for the first time ever, they were 0 for 11 against the Fighting Irish until They knocked them off last season in Tallahassee. They look for their first ever win in South Bend tonight. Yikes. Mayer showing the signs of fatigue. Just a careless turnover and then gives the foul on Dwyer going after the loose ball.
Yeah, and turnover, but I like to give that let's say steal. Or,
sure.
And by the way, she just put her shoe back on. She may have done that with only one shoe. I'm sure when that fell off.
Dwyer has been kind of the secret sauce to this game for Miami. Changed the entire energy. They got Oldacre for the foul inside, clearing space on Gakten. Harden deflects it in the backcourt. It'll stay BC ball.
You see the high pressure, even with Miami building a little bit of a lead here. For the Hurricanes, you kind of believe, right, if you can keep your foot on the gas in the defensive end right here, last thing you want is Boston College to hit a couple shots and start feeling good again about their offense.
Lacey, Gakten, 2.
And quick. That's it, right? When you're a team, you can score quick and you have confidence in that, you'll play right to the end.
14 assists on 20 field goals for the Eagles. They're still shooting 50% with 20 turnovers, 22 turnovers, hurting the cause. Lachey, Dwyer, give her all 3 of those.
Just having a night.
Dwyer's in double figures for the first time in a while. Single-digit scoring in each of her last 6 games. The steal. Hannah Cavender lays it in.
Great backside anticipation, but guess who was crushing the ball again? Who made that a tough pass?
Shea? Maybe? No good for Lacey. Offensive rebound cracked by Mayer. Mayer does have 6 assists, but she also has 9 turnovers. Lacey, there's her first 3 since the first quarter. She made 3 of them early in the game. That's her 4th of the night. 73-61, 8 and change to play. Harden finds herself open, and she can make that all day long.
Yeah, a couple times now, Miami's got that ball in the high post, and that's a nice face-up. And when the defense doesn't come, you almost have to take that shot, right? They got to engage in you for the next possession.
Harden's got 20. Van Timmeren with good position lays it in. Destiny Harden with her second 20-point game of the season. Her career highs have both come in the ACC tournament. She had 27 against Virginia Tech in the 21 ACC tourney, and then had 27 in the heroic game against Louisville this past March. We see the offensive foul.
Here's Hannah Cavender. Look at that nice little pass, by the way. So that's sucking in some defense in the zone. A lot of eyes, and then the quick little reaction. Nice little wrist follow through to get that ball right into Harden's pocket, off the deck, too.
Olivia Miles would appreciate that pass, I feel like.
Yeah.
More of that to come at the top of the hour with Tom Wormy and Fallon Stokes. No good for Daly. Lacey flies in. That's her 9th rebound of the night. Lacey explodes baseline.
All right, 10-point game. Eagles got to really tighten up on the defensive end and come up with some stops.
16 now for JoJo Lacey. That ties her career high. Cavender, offensive foul. Katie Meyer again in disbelief.
Well, you very rarely see the center take a charge on the point guard in the paint.
See it more these days than we did in your day.
Yeah, no, yeah, I never got those calls. She got there, got down. And...
Fourth foul on Haley Cavender. Deanna Todd short. And a hip check. Deanna Todd picks up the foul.
I'm not saying it's easy because Miami certainly loaded off on Mare, but I think she's got to have the ball in her hands to get the offense going. That shot's kind of like isolation, one-on-one, heavily contested. You know, you get the stop, huge play, drawing the offensive foul. You want to find a good shot on the other end.
Area Vets is open. Air the rebound. Still just a 10-point game. Lacey going baseline again. Ran into a wall in the name of Lazaria Spearman. Not sure who that pass was for, but it was caught by Roberts. Harden fouled by Lacey. Number 4 on JoJo. If this game was 5 quarters long, everyone would be fouling out.
Oh, for sure. It's kind of funny. Both teams get after it on the defensive end, so you knew it was going to be physical and probably get a couple whistles here and there, right? For Boston College is tough because JoJo Lacey's been one of the bright points, especially on the offensive end.
Lacey on the bench, but can't imagine she'll be out too long. Area Vets. Oh, have a night. 13 for Carla Area Vets. It's a season high.
Beautiful finish, too, inside with that left hand.
Off the fingertips of Gak Deng. Harden lets it go. Back to Miami with a 12-point lead.
Look at cross the court, so defense has to ride with you, and a nice quick turn and reaction. Really a hook shot, but I mean, you look at just the quick release on it. It's tough. You can't really guard that. You can't reach across without it being a foul. But if you're Boston College, I mean, just the last couple offensive possessions is a killer for them.
No good for Harden. Rebound for Daly. Todd lost it. Harden dives on the floor. That's the hustle that makes her the heart and soul. Jalea Williams, the spin, the kick. Miami don't need to be in any rush right now.
Smart decision a couple times now. Jasmine Roberts looks like she has the opportunity to shoot her attack, but she pulls it back out.
Jalea Williams tipped out. Todd has it. Destiny Harden says not so fast. And Jasmine Roberts says, you're really going to call that on me in the backcourt again? Number 2 on Roberts. But Katie Meyer's team 4.5 minutes away from their 6th win in their last 7 games.
Hey, Doll fans, this is your Doll.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, that's simple human sense. Owners make sense for you.
What's up, Einstein?
My network has not so smart.
Well, there is a smarter.
That's right. For a limited time, get Verizon Unlimited for years. That's up to $700 in savings.
Quarter was certainly all about the U. They outscored BC 31-50. Haley Cavender got hot in that third quarter. It's our Coyote Tractor turning point.
Yeah, she's perfect from the field. And this was all in the first 5 or 6 minutes, by the way, of the third quarter. That's where they created separation. When you look at the first half, the second half, Boston College lost her a little bit in the first couple minutes, and she felt really comfortable, got to her spots. Her teammates really gave her the ball in a position to be successful. Although I will say a couple times she earned it on the defensive end too, right? Some steals, got out in transition, and when things aren't going great for you, you got to just dig deep, right, and find ways to stay in the game. And when Coach Myers talked about, you said called them the assassins, but it's just their ability to like mentally be tough and find some feist.
Upcoming schedule brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. Canes will be headed to Winston-Salem, North Carolina for a 2 p.m. tip-off on Sunday against Wake Forest. From there, next Thursday, they launch their February schedule with a trip to the Little John Coliseum, an 8 p.m. start there. And back home for Georgia Tech and Florida State. Seminoles will be here 2 weeks from tonight. I remember watching the Seminoles host the Hurricanes back in December. That was a spicy, chippy game, and I've been looking forward to the rematch ever since.
Listen, as someone who suited up in that one, they're never not.
Well, Taina Mayer was just tied up again. Eagles run into a little bit of a wall here in the second half. Eagles' upcoming schedule also brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield. BC will host Pittsburgh on Sunday. The magical Thursday night upset at the Peterson Event Center doesn't look like it's going to happen. North Carolina's had a huge fourth quarter. They're in front by 16 with about a minute to go. So the Pitt Panthers will be the only winless team in the ACC. Got one more chance in January at BC before the calendar flips to February. Tipped. Ariavets pursues it. Creates it. Lacey with her 10th rebound. Mayer, straightaway three. He just hasn't been able to get it going offensively here in the second half with a shot. More free throws for Destiny Harden. Has just been the ultimate warrior tonight for Miami.
Yeah, but to your point on Mayer, I mean, there's a reason, right? I mean, she's always got bodies around her most of the time, and so when they don't want you to pass, they certainly don't want you to get shots up either. She's been able to get to that level. One of the youngest teams, I'll say it again, this Boston College team, who, by the way, is still defending really tough with 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes left. I think that's kind of one of those gut check things for Coach Mack, who's chatting with her player right now and chatting to her freshman point guard. But, you know, I'm talking to her, she said, we don't like to use it as an excuse. But the reality is, one of 2 teams in the country without a senior on their squad. And the other team in Utah has some 4-year players with that COVID year. And Dontavia Wagner, again, she's out, and I gotta say, this past week, she just got put on the 2023 Naismith Women's College Defensive Player of the Year watch list. Like, that's how good she is. You look at the way that Destiny Harden's been able to really pick apart the defense.
That's the knockout blow right there. Jalea Williams unguarded on the baseline inbounds, and that's a gift of a bucket there to Miami.
And all those things just chatting about, right? They kind of looked like that play right there, just staying locked in, which really up until that point, I thought they did a pretty good job with.
Air ball for Van Timmeren. Williams for Harden. The exclamation point, not there. Destiny still got 21. Season high. And another steal. Done a little bit of everything. That's her 7th steal.
She even got into the PG, trying to give a little hesitation and a smile.
Jalea to Destiny. 23 points, 7 steals, 6 rebounds, and immeasurable heart and soul. How about Wake Forest leading Louisville with a few minutes to play at the Joel Coliseum tonight?
Never a dull moment, Evan.
Never a dull moment in the ACC.
Absolutely not.
BC's just run out of gas, and Miami's pouring it on. Harden ahead. Roberts converts.
I mean, that rebound was monstrous. I mean, she got up there, to say that in the best way possible, made the pass. Destiny Harding having fun with her team right now, which is important, right? You got this win out, you play tough, things didn't start out great for you. Got to still have fun playing the game, too.
5.5 minutes of game action since BC last scored. A 9-0 run for Miami to create this wide separation.
Coach Fitz for Miami is going to be happy because he's kind of the defensive coordinator, right? And it's Miami's offense is up this season. They're averaging over 13 points per game as Destiny Harding going to get the congratulatory and probably also a little bit of a thank you because she kept her team through that first half with those free throws and the attack mode.
Katie Meyer was talking about Destiny earlier this week. She was writing a recommendation for Hardin for a postgraduate scholarship that she was applying for. And Katie said when she started writing, she couldn't stop. Quote, that's how amazing she is. Loyal, authentic. She asked questions. She's not afraid to be embarrassed. And then she said, it's not the know-it-all, it's the learn-it-all. And that's kind of Hardin's mentality throughout her career. Learning it all every day.
Just kind of keep your nose to the ground and keep working, right? It's the type of player she is, too.
Katie Meyer has a little bit more to write about Destiny Hardin after tonight. Substitution timeout after another Miami interior bucket. Points in the paint tonight. Canes have 48 inside after that deuce from Pendande.
Well, they haven't been shooting the 3-ball great. 4 for 13 as well, but they are attacking inside. And sign of a good team, right? If the outside shot's not falling, can you adjust? And 48 on the interiors. Some damage. And through contact, not too much of that has been wide open for either team. So that's some solid finishing around the rim as well.
Final minute. This game much closer than the final score will indicate. But the second half has belonged to the Hurricanes, without a doubt.
Well, that's great response for Miami. Let's not forget, Evan, they won 5 consecutive ACC games. That's tough to do. We talked about the parity, the defeat level, 6 top 25 teams. That's almost half the conference. So getting 5 in a row is tough. And then you go to NC State and you drop it, but really don't play a great game. And you credit NC State because they haven't seen game. But so you respond. You get a week off to work, and when you're a player and you got a week in between games and it's a loss, all you want to do is put the jersey back on. They showed some big response here and resiliency in the second half.
Miami Hurricanes are now 6-1 in January. And tonight, Katie Meyer's team improves to 13-7 with an 86-65 win over Boston College.
Boston College did not score a bucket in the final 7 minutes and 8 seconds. That's taking care of business on the defensive end. It's fun to score. It's harder to do that.